Hey Mac, hey chat. Dying to play this game. It is a lot of fun. It's very difficult though. In the first world, you have to beat the entire world in 10 minutes or less. I did it in 9:30. It's not that bad. I can run through the whole first world for you guys and show you it in like 10 minutes. We'll do that actually, and then we'll go back to some harder levels. I would have thrown my controller by now. I don't rage very often, which is probably why I'm decent at trials. But this game yesterday night, when it was like late at night, I actually considered throwing my controller more than one occasion. We'll do World 1. This is basically where the game starts from the very, very beginning. And then I will show you all the way up to where you kill the Pope with gay rainbows. We'll go pretty fast, but this is the story behind the game. Yeah, Randall has hair. It's not as luscious as mine, but what he does have, he combs very nicely, whereas I do not. As is clearly evident in this small video. This is the story of your quest to get revenge for your butt. So I'm going to be quickly going through the game. You move with the left stick, you jump with A. There's little checkpoint flags. Obviously, if you die, you go back to them. You can go back to them using the Y button. There's these little stars where you bounce on them. You can actually skip the flags if you want. You don't have to get them, but obviously there's a little bit of danger there if you do die later on. You can press B to stomp, which you'll have to do on some enemies, but that ability is not available to you in every single mission. Every time you hit a checkpoint or reverse to a checkpoint, you get either a male or female porn person yelling, "Oh yeah!" And that's pretty much a part of the game. You get used to it after a while. Some stars bounce you higher than other stars. There's also these little characters here that'll talk to you. Sometimes they give you hints, sometimes they don't really say anything and they're pretty much useless. And like I said, the jumps actually depend on like how long you hold the A button. So you can do a small jump or a really long jump, but it doesn't make a huge difference. But for some of the really long jumps, you do have to like hold A to get a little bit further. And then sometimes you'll have to tap A really, really quick in order to not get hit by like a laser that might be at around your head level. But you still need to jump to get on a ledge, so you might have to tap A like really lightly. So that's level 2 done. Some of the levels, this level's I think a little bit harder. Some levels are literally like 10 seconds long, and some levels are like minutes and minutes long. It kind of depends on the level. Some levels are kind of story, I guess you would call them story levels. This level introduces teleports for the first time. It also includes, like, the music's actually really good in this game. If you can hear it in the background, I think you can. And then you can skip stuff like that arrow that I skipped earlier. That'll just kind of help you if you're going for speed runs, which you will need to do when you're further on in the game. There's also stars you can collect on your way, and those are necessary kind of collectibles that are very difficult to get, but are required to unlock the final levels in the game. I'm actually doing pretty okay. The first time I went through this level, it was not this easy, not even anywhere near this easy. This is where they introduce you to sticky walls, so any of the walls that have this like white stuff on them, you can infinitely jump on them and slide off them. I'll take questions in the chat, obviously. Can't wait to see Macca's completed episode for this game. You're gonna get 100% on this game, right? I doubt it, but there's one person who already has 100%. They have 1,000 out of 1,000. The DLC's not out. I think it's one of the people from the PC who are like on the very top of the leaderboards. They might have gotten an early copy, or someone who actually made the game. It took them like 30 hours. I think if I complete this game, it'll probably take me around like 50 hours, I would say, at least, based on my trials and tribulations with this game already. It's all about memorizing the levels. As this one, you can tell it's all about like the art style and trying to figure out where you're going, because you can't really see where you're going half the time because of the blackness. And then this one, you can go one of 4 ways. One of 5 ways, actually. But only that one way is the right way. You learn that through trial and error. If I were to take some of those other exits, I would have ended up somewhere completely differently and not finished the level as fast. This level involves a lot of, like, terrible. This level involves a lot of, like, really fast teleportation and bouncing to get yourself through without dying. So, like, there I missed. There I missed again. But this is that type of game where you can beat a level flawlessly, and then you can spend, like, 2 hours trying to get half a second off your time. So like I said, there's stars, which I just got one. Sometimes they're really, really hard to get. That one wasn't too bad. There's keys, you have to open gates. So those are like a new thing that aren't in every level. Then sometimes you have little like gates here where it kind of slows you down on purpose to make it take longer for you to get to the next checkpoint. And then there's ice that makes you slide, and you actually need that ice to get you to go fast enough to get through certain areas. And that one I could have obviously skipped one of those ledges, but I didn't. Yeah, and it's a hard 1,000, like easily one of the harder ones you will see probably in like all of 2015. Here are like homing rockets. They follow you. You can smash them in order to take care of them. It just slowly introduces new mechanics. There's these little like snowflake dudes that are right here. You can actually smash through them, but if you touch them otherwise, you die, but you can't actually kill them. You just have to smash through them or completely avoid them. Here, because I've memorized the level, I knew there was a ledge here. And then there's a star. I already have the star, which is why it's grayed out, but you would obviously have to go back to grab that star if you wanted to collect all those. And then you can keep going. A lot of missiles are going to start coming. So typically, I like to just kind of... I've memorized a lot of these levels already, but I typically like to stall a little bit and catch them as they're coming in so that I don't have to deal with them, because they become very hard to dodge once you get to a certain point. For this one, I like to let it come under me and then go around. And this is one of the levels where if you touch the outside of the wall on the right hand side, you actually do die. So you can't be too quick either. This one has like lower gravity. This one's actually really fun. Gotten pretty decent at it. Obviously when I don't screw up. And for these, you can hit all of them at once and then you go up all the way, or if you do it more slowly, it's a little bit safer, but you obviously spend more time if you kind of go one by one. So this is where it gets a little bit crazy, because you're trying to get up as fast as possible before all these rockets hit you, which I was unable to do. You can take more time on them, but obviously then you run the risk of being hit by the rockets on the way up. But if you're fast enough, you won't be hit by the rockets. So the timing of like the rockets and everything in this game is actually really well done. And then here we have some wall climbs. And this level I can actually grab an achievement in. I'll try the achievement. It's for surviving for 40 total seconds. Normally you don't actually get a timer at the top of the screen. I have to manually turn this timer on. The key to this achievement is trying to kill as many rockets as early on as possible and just stalling for as long as possible. I feel like I'm not going to make it. This achievement's very difficult. There's also a second achievement on this same level for completing the level without killing a single rocket or without using your smash. That one's not as bad. It's more about dodging. This one's all about like being aggressive, which is much harder. Game looks super cool. I love games like this. Yeah, man, this game's addictive. This is not a game that I thought I would be like as addicted to as I am, but yeah. I'm fucked. Yeah, I was screwed there. Nowhere to go. So the key to kind of getting this achievement is trying to get as many rockets out of the way as early as possible, like I mentioned, without dying, obviously. It's harder than it seems because sometimes they all start converging on the same little space, and then it becomes impossible to like jump because there's rockets above you. But then if you don't jump, the rockets hit you from below. So alright. Also, you have to stay alive for 40 seconds, but the level's pushing you the whole time, and you basically have to stall until the last possible second in order to get to 40 seconds. Like, you have to keep waiting and waiting. I don't know if that even counted. I don't think that counted, because I died. So yeah, you have to stall until like the last second, and the platforms at the end that you saw me standing on there, they actually disappear if you stand on them for too long. And I think they even turn into rockets, so that makes it harder on top of everything. And the last platform is so close to the exit of the level that it's really hard to jump on that last platform without triggering the end of the level. It's about half a second off right there. Try to get a review copy. Never heard back. My hopes and dreams. You might have not gotten the right email, bro. Just try them on Twitter. I don't know what they're. Not sure what they're. If they have like a number they're looking for or not. I know that they haven't. They don't get back to their emails. I know that. All right, 33. Alright, I've killed a lot of rockets. So I feel like I'm pretty safe. It's just about stalling long enough. No. How close was that? Hey, what's up, General Hayes? How's it going, man? Sorry if I have missed people in the chat, by the way. Trying my best to keep up, but this game, you need a lot of attention to keep up with it. Oh, the platform under me changed into a rocket and killed me. Also, I don't have my phone on me. I can hear that someone just followed the channel and or donated, but I do not have my phone on me. I'll try to check in a second here. Fuck! Where's my phone at? I don't know. Sorry, that's how I usually check who followed. gonna keep stalling. I did it. That's the achievement right there. Yeah. Also, you guys can see achievements pop now. That's pretty cool, right? Anyways, this level, what's new in this level? In this level, the rockets actually move faster than you do. So they actually catch up to you. And that is a part of how the level functions differently from other levels. You have to actually keep at a really fast pace or backtrack to kill rockets more than usual. Yeah. Now, I actually ended up getting that achievement on Karl's account when I tried it on her console first, which is why I knew how to do it. But that achievement that I just attained is actually a lot harder than it seemed just now. Also, these platforms you step on, every single one of them turns into a rocket. So you want to try to step on as few as possible. And like I said, the rockets in this level catch up to you because they're faster than your movement. So yeah, you have to backtrack for them occasionally. I might have to get a glass screen protector for my iPhone now. Why? So now we're approaching the Pope. And I'm terrible at it. I completely ruined that. Let's restart again. Restart again. Yeah, so this game feeds on my trials addiction in the sense that I want to do every single level perfectly. Oh, yeah. Alright, now we're going to meet the Pope. Howdy. I'm the Pope. I'm going to fuck you up. Hey, Macca, how much gamer score do you have on Rock Band 3? Rock Band 3? 1010? I think? Oh, fuck! I clicked the controller and completely died. Rock Band 3, I think I have 1010, which is obviously includes some DLC points. Why do you ask? That seems like a really old game. I love how the Pope says flat out he's gonna fuck you up. Pope-tastic. Alright, this time I'm not gonna click the stick by accident. This level is one of the harder levels. I fucked it up already. I got pretty good at this level just because I practiced it a lot in order to get an achievement. I'm clearly not doing a good job demonstrating that right now. But this one's all about speed. If you're not fast enough, you won't make it anywhere. And then the bottom of the level will catch up to you. There's also, I think, no checkpoints in this level. Fuck. See, I didn't know you could hit all three of these together. Because usually I only hit two of them, and then, yeah, and then I have to... Obviously, if you hit one from the bottom, it's a lot faster than going up and over it in terms of getting to the next stage. Also, the Pope says funny stuff in this one, too. It's just I'm not able to read it right now because I'm getting completely wrecked by the level. This is my concentration face, by the way. This is what my face is like 99% of the time I'm playing Trials. Alright, this is a level that takes like literally 5 seconds. That's the end of the level. So some levels aren't real levels, right? This level is like a pre-boss battle. It's actually pretty easy. If you just sit right here the whole time, you can get them to like 10%, and then you just have to move a little bit up at the very end. So that's the end of that level. This is the final boss battle where you get to murder the Pope. This one took me half an hour my first time. I'm gonna hope it doesn't take me half an hour this time. But you're killing the Pope with gay rainbow rockets, which is pretty cool. And the Pope has a whole bunch of different abilities that he can use. Got caught up on that. He only takes like, I think like 6 rockets, but some of the rockets don't go straight for him. They kind of circle around him, and they take a really long time to damage him. So it's 6 rockets, but after you get all 6, there's like this, you have to stay alive for a whole bunch of time. And once you're trying to stay alive, he starts using harder and harder stuff to try to kill you with. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get him right now. He should be dead. Pretty much. Now? Yeah, I think he's leaving. I just don't remember where I end. Oh, here's the end of the level. Nope, that's the end of the level. That wasn't too bad. And then you kill the Pope by just smashing him. And then you can complete this level. And that is all of World 1. You have to do all of that world in under 10 minutes. But your time counts like each level individually. So my overall is 9.5 minutes for that entire world, and that's the easiest world. From then on, there it just gets way harder, and they start introducing more and more new tactics, like the double jump I had said before. Oh, I'm doing pretty good in this run. I'm just gonna keep going with this because this is a pretty flawless run, and this is one of the harder levels in my opinion. There's also achievements for getting gold times on every level and completing every level without dying. That's on an individual level by level basis though, luckily. So all you have to do is get perfect on one level at a time. And I just got perfect on that level, which was pretty easy. Here's where they give you double jump for